Okay, I am just making sure we are live across our different channels. Okay, okay, great. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another live build where I take practical solutions and problems that I'm running into on a daily basis and just trying to build them out live in public because I really believe we are in the day and age where anything can be built. And if you have the appropriate tools and you have the determination, anything's possible. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Avi Hacker. I'm the founder of the AI Consulting Network. And today we're going to try to build, and I know there's other tools that are available for this, but I just want to try to build it myself. So I want to try to build a contract redliner where if someone sends me a contract, if someone sends me an NDA, I want to be able to just upload that Word document into a platform and it goes through the document, it makes the edits according to how I want it, maybe based on past templates, and then it gives me the red line. And let's see if we could build that with Lovable. So now I'm just going to also show you how I like to think about and walking through these projects. So something that I usually start off with first is, let's just go to ChatGPT first and say, I want to build a contract analyzer that redlines the actual documents, and when I upload it, it will create a visual interface that it will analyze the documents, whether it's an NDA, but let's start with an NDA right now, and then we could expand, and then it will help me redline it, and then I could download the redline version to send. So break that down for me in a step-by-step manner on how I can give those steps into Lovable. Okay. And let's send this off, because one of the main things that is very important with vibe coding certain tools is you need to break down everything step by step. And that's really important to get started. Okay. Now, goal, upload an NDA, auto-analyze, suggest, architecture, playbook. Okay. I want you to break this out for me into 4 separate steps that I could give it to Lovable. In step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. And step 4, do this. And only provide the necessary details in each step and break it out component by component. Because when I think of vibe coding and creating websites, one of the things that I'm really trying to think of is if we really need extensive agents doing all the work, when we could create these platforms that could automatically extract data and do all of these actions by themselves, like on a website. So instead of having the visual UI like N8N or Relevance or the new ChatGPT agent kit, if we create websites that you're able to upload a document and then 5 things are done from that document itself, I just feel like that right there, you don't need to code out every single agent for every single task, because the underlying instructions will get coded out. So that's what I'm trying to do regarding all of my projects. Okay. Now just first give me a summary overview of the objective, and then we're going to start off with our options. So we'll start off with this, and then we'll go here to step 1, and then we'll move on to step 2. I'm doing all of these live builds because I really feel like everyone has the power and the capabilities to take their vision into their own hands. And if you have a hyper-specific use case, just go and build it yourself. Like, the tools are available and the technology is here, and I just want to keep showing that to everyone as much as possible. Like Lovable, you don't even need to worry about the back end anymore. You don't need to configure any of that authentication, any storage issues. Everything is set up through their Lovable cloud. You don't even need to add in any LLMs. Everything is set up for you, ready to go, without you even needing to know what to do. Because like I said, recently I've been getting a few contracts, NDAs, and what I've been doing is kind of copy pasting like my startup, like lawyer, assistant, and kind of redlining it myself, and it was just getting a bit tedious. So I know there are other platforms out there, but again, I feel like anything is possible. Like if it was built, especially with the tools available today, I want to know if I could go and build it myself. And I have created so many extensive websites, CRMs, automations, by really pushing the limits on what's possible. Okay, got our first iteration. Okay, get started, sign in, but I just want to finish out our steps before we even go into that. And then here, another step that is always really critical is, instead of just doing the edit mode, you can click chat mode, send this, it will plan out what to do before it actually does it, and then you can go in and then click implement the plan, and it has been significantly much more efficient when it thinks about it, plans, and then implements it. See? See right there, and then it says implement the plan, and I'll just click implement the plan and let that go off. See, it automatically enables the AI. See, lovable, no API keys, you don't need to drag anything over. It's all set up for you. So there's no excuses whatsoever on not knowing what an API key is, not knowing how to configure a backend database. Everything is set up for you that you can literally just interact with Lovable and build an application that fits your needs. And then I will say, when it gets a bit more complex and you start building out a lot of features and it gets really big, that is where Lovable might not be able to handle all of the use cases you're looking for. So what I do is then I sync it to my GitHub. So then that's living in the GitHub repository. And then I further implement that project, whether that's through Codex or Claude Code or Cursor, on my computer locally. So I don't have to then waste a lot of my credits on Lovable, and I get to actually use a bunch of different models to configure the application I'm building. So let's say I sync this to GitHub, then I could go to Codex online and start sending off editing agents to this project, and then when it syncs to GitHub, it will automatically sync back into Lovable, which then you can then tackle multiple aspects of the app at the same time. Okay, so that's done. Let's go to step 3. We'll do chat, paste. Like, it's such a beautiful layout structure, and the way it shows how things are going to be laid out. Okay, great. Implement. Now let's sync this to GitHub, because then I could show you how I could then I can't do it because it's still editing, but I could do it after. And then it has like built-in SEO. You could bring in your Figma docs, single sign-on, visual edits. I just love, Lovable, but this has been my go-to platform to build out all of my websites, complex applications, and it's really done a great job. So here, actually, I'm going to say, I'm going to want to build, I'm going to want to get a draft NDA. So I'm just going to go to ChatGPT. I'm just doing it off the screen. Create for me a draft NDA in a downloadable Word doc as a sample. Okay, so now I'm having ChatGPT create me a sample NDA. Okay, so that's done. So now let's go to Step 4. Let's go here, click chat. And you see it's setting up all of the databases in the back end, policies, so like you could implement your own policies, what are the rules that you want to see. You could have signups, you could have storage, you could have edge functionality, secrets, your logs. Like it's really like a full-blown full stack application. If anyone has any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer anything. Okay. And once this is done, we will try to test it out. And one of the really cool things that I love testing it out once it's synced with GitHub is I'm able to set codex agents just to fix a lot of the bugs, and it's been incredible. Okay. Let's see, what did it say? Track and I want to visualize. I want to be able to visualize the track changes. Implement this plan. And what did it say here? Oh. Guess I didn't need this. And once this is done, we could start playing around with it. And then we'll see how many bugs we need to fix, because at the end of the day, as these models are getting better, I guess there'll be less and less bugs, but be prepared for not everything to work, and that's just the reality. But one of the really cool things that a lot of these tools are coming out with right now, including Claude Code, Gemini, Cursor, Perplexity Comet right now, is you're able to actually test your application through a website instance. So you could have your agent go into your application and test out all the buttons, connect it to Chrome Dev Tools through an MCP server, and it will read all the error messages for you and actually update it because it has all the information. Okay, so now let's see how well our app works. Okay, we got through the first wall. So here, upload NDA, my documents. Okay. I created a sample NDA through ChatGPT, and I'm going to upload and process this document. Okay. And let's see, 3 issues found. View analysis and redline. Okay. Docx extract will be implemented with external API. Track changes. Okay, so right now, it's not showing me the full Word document that I uploaded, and then I want everything to be seamless. Like I want it to be, if I accept it, like it'll show the track changes, because when I want to send it back to the person that sent it to me, I want it to be in a fully track changes Word document that's seamless for them to review. So you could use your AI API to do it, or whatever you need to do to implement this ability, and think about what's the best way to approach this. See, company requires, clear termination, issues high. Let's see what happens. Air track changes. Underline blue, strike through deleted. Let's see what happens if I click apply. Oh yeah, let's just click cancel because it's updating. Let's implement both phases at once, step by step. Okay, so that should not have been in chat mode. Okay, let's implement this plan and see what happens. Curious if it can use the Claude Code SDK. Look up and use the Claude Code SDK to let's just wait for this to be done. I'm actually curious if Claude could just spin one up quickly, because Claude has been unbelievable. Let's just take this. Let's go to Claude and say, help me build an app. And let's see what happens. build this here. It's like Claude actually got their new skills today. They could actually do a lot more, and you could build out a lot more apps within Claude itself using their skills. So let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see what happened. Upload. Control. Let's see, accept. Apply changes, and let's see what happens when we export it. Download doc. No, so it didn't do anything. Let's see what happens when I do this. This is going to be really cool if it just works on Claude itself. Claude is getting very powerful these days. Okay, so now I need my Anthropic API key. So I'm just not going to show that on my screen. that's going to be updating. Now let's see what Claude said. Oh, this is creating like a whole go-to-market plan. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, reading the doc skills to understand for manipulation, reading the skills for best practices, creating the main NDA analyzer, creating the back end, well, this is still going. It's literally building out the entire thing for me. Quick start, NDA analyzer, open the app, NDA, upload your NDA, analyze, review. I'll just let this finish. Okay. Now let's see if this will perform any better. Okay, it's still this is still going. Business strategy, go-to-market plan, AI-powered NDA analysis, 2 to 4 hours of manual review into 5 minutes. $19 per NDA, no subscription required, 24 access to results, 0 friction, in starter, custom planning, revenue, 50 users. Wow, this is really cool. Assumption 30%, 5% churn, pay-per-use revenue $19, Claude API cost $1.50, infrastructure 50 cents, support margin 84%. Wow, this is literally laying out entire business plan. Lead magnets, email templates, ebooks, interactive tools, onboarding flow, key metrics. It's insane. project summary. Complete working everything out. This is wild. Let's see if it even works. Okay. I love it. It gave me so much, and the API failed. Very, very ambitious. Okay, now let's see if this fixed. Upload. This is crazy. Gave you every single document that you need to launch this entire product. Index, launch checklist, all of this. Project summary, business strategy. There's no excuses anymore not to like try to do something. Just have this all created within a couple of minutes. Wow. This is a complete production ready application with clear paths of 50,000. Ready everyone. Read me full reference. 10 files it created. I'm just going to type in this. Maybe it could fix that. Let's go here. New analysis. Okay, we got this changed. Okay. Let's see, issues, track changes. Look at that. We got some track changes in here. Let's see. Must include ability, issues. Okay. deleted by policy receiver. Okay, let's accept this one. Let's apply all 3 changes. Okay. Let's export this. It's not terrible. It's not great either. Let's see what happens when I use this one. You know what? Let me try also Gemini. Gemini has been honestly unbelievable. Let's go build and let's see if they could build it. It's like this is what building with AI looks like. Like one application doesn't work, another application doesn't work. There are so many applications that could do it. Let's go to Google AI Studio. Let's go to build. And let's go from this. I feel like this actually might be one of the better ones. And you can see here, it's going to build it out. Let's see this. Okay, so this one actually worked. It doesn't look great, but this one roughly worked. Okay, this one got working to a certain degree, not as much as I would have liked it right out of the box. Now let's see this Google one. Okay, let's see in AI Studio. Google did a really good job. Okay. This is really cool. Overly broad, confidentiality. Original text, suggested text. You do accept, reject. Okay, let's accept that. Let's reject that. Okay, let's accept, 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 accept. Download redline. Okay, error. Okay, let's go here. This one also looks pretty good. Google is creating really good products. Let's go accept. Accept. Suggested edit. Accept. 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 Let's go export redline. Let that upload. This one's going to edit. You could also sync your Google stuff to GitHub, also transfer it to Love. Like, you could kind of interact all of these tools with all of the tools and use the best of everything. Like, I created a like a sample custom GBT persona, like a replica of ChatGPT that I created through Lovable and through GitHub, and then Cursor, Codex, and all of that. So I wanted to be able to control the custom GPTs and who was able to have access. So I built out this whole back end with assigning users like their chats and everything and connecting different API keys. And like I have administrator access, and I could even chat with them. See here, start a conversation. So like I created this all through Lovable and probably like 5 other platforms, but you're able to really build really robust applications if you put like real dedication in. So like now I'm able to share these custom personas with people that I want, not through ChatGPT itself. But that's just like a tangent. Let's see here. Or let's see. Let's go accept. Okay, that didn't work, but this is cool. And then let's see here. Prior knowledge, confidential. Accept, reject, accept. Let's go. Autofix. See, this is when you come to the point where you might fall into loops where there's errors and you might have to take a step back, export it to another platform, look at all the code, see why is there an error, popping up. Because one of the things that I see that happens most, and it's easily the most time-consuming thing, is you will constantly just have errors and you'll ask it to fix the errors and you'll go back and forth and back and forth. So that's when I like to clone it on my desktop computer. Then I'll open Cursor or Claude Code, look through the entire code itself, like get a full picture of everything going on, and then ask it to fix it. And that's when it usually gets my app over that last 5% that's so hard to get through these vibe coding tools. So I hope this was interesting. I know we didn't get a fully working product, but we got a few variations and we went through a couple of different tools through Lovable, Claude, Gemini, Google AI Studio, and just to show you some of the process that goes on behind the scenes when I think about creating these apps. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out. My name's Avi Hacker, and I hope you all have a great night.